I mean, just what a season for these girls to start off. Just how would you describe these last 2 days at the state meet for you girls?
You know, it's kind of bittersweet. These girls have been around me for a long time. We've had them in our program. They've been really successful. They've been a lot of fun to be around, and they've had their chance to shine, and they all performed at their highest level. My strength and conditioning coach, Matt McIntyre, has a plan designed for them to peak at the right times, and their times and everything showed that they didn't let up. They went after it. Our 4x1 broke the school record by almost half a second in this wind, which is absolutely crazy. And you know, Greta broke the school record in the 100-meter dash. Second place finish. She was so close to being a state champion today. Greta's 200, she finished 5th. Wasn't her best time, but again, the wind right in her face. I mean, this wind's pretty treacherous today. But she showed, all the kids showed a lot of guts. And we had some field events this morning that went really well. Grace Frame finished, I think, 12th in the shot put, and Greta Barker also was all high in the long jump. So it was a great day to be a ceramic. I'm extremely proud of these girls, and they will do anything you ask them to do. And I'm just sad it's over, to be honest with you, because they've just been a joy to be around. Makes coaching fun.
Yeah, and I know last week we talked about what an historic day it was, a regional, especially if you bring it back, the big picture, as we're talking about, it's a historic season. It really is. I mean,
Absolutely. I mean, this season's just been great from start to finish. I mean, they've had a lot of success along the way. When you talk about getting this many kids from Crooksville in the state meet, and I think they've got 18 points as a team, it's it is the biggest finish the girls have ever had, because, you know, as far as state places and things, we don't have a lot of that in our history. These girls put us on the map for that.
I mean, you get 2 back-to-back years with a champ and a runner-up. I mean, you can count one hand how many the MPL's ever had in that anyway.
State champion was 2018.
There wasn't a meet last year.
Well, 2019 there was a meet. We had these girls. We had these same relay girls here. Yeah. So.
But nonetheless, that's a hell of a run.
Absolutely. I mean, we've had kids in the state the last 5 years, I believe. So I mean, that's a pretty good stretch run of success for our kids, both boys and girls track. So, yes.
McIntyre getting a raise this year?
I don't know. I talked to the superintendent about that one.
In all seriousness, though, I mean, the girls are like, you know, they really did buy into it.
They did, absolutely. You know, coming in on Sundays, when school's out, coming in on Sundays to get a lift in, because a lot of our program runs on lifting with Coach McIntyre. And once school's out and once meets get moved, sometimes you miss out on that day of lifting. Well, you know, we weren't going to have that. We had a couple voluntary liftings on Sundays, and those girls come in and did the work, and we brought them in on Monday this week, and you know what? That was a lift day. And they do anything we ask them, above and beyond. The boys and girls all season. So, and those kids that you get to come out for track now, they understand how that's going to be, and you know, those are the kids you want. They're going to do it. They're not going to complain. They're just a lot of fun.
I did want to ask about just, this is a different statement, right? Normally you have
absolutely,
and now it's just a normal high school. Right? You said spread out over 3 divisions, over 3 different sites. How important was it to explain to the girls that even though this is being held at the high school, this is still the state championship?
Yeah, it wasn't difficult at all. You know, these girls went through about 4 weeks of practice last year, dreaming of getting back to the Jessie, and it was stripped from them. So them getting to run anywhere, and that's what I explained to them. We're still competing. You didn't get to do this last year. I mean, it was an easy conversation to have. When you get something taken away from you, kind of take it for granted, and they were really hungry to get back here. Did we miss as a team walking into the Jesse Owens together on that Thursday night and seeing that stadium that was built specifically for track? I mean, it's unique. It's a unique place. It's one of the most unique tracks in the country. I'm sad they didn't get that experience. You know, a few of these kids didn't make it there in previous years. I'm sad they didn't get to see that firsthand. But again, not taking anything away from what they did today. They didn't care where they ran. They were just happy to be running.
How do you take a second half off of your 4x1 in 2 weeks?
Well, that's all. I mean, There were some people worried earlier on in the year about how the relays were going, and we had Haley starting off, who was there all year, and then Logan Chamberlain. We missed her on some softball games, so we had like Allison Boffman step in that 4x1, who did a really nice job for us all season. So getting all those kids the last 3 to 4 weeks to gel, and along with their workout program, is how times just kept dropping. You know, it was never a concern as us as a coaching staff about how things were going to go. I'll be honest with you, a 50.18 in this
into a headwind.
Yeah, I mean it was a surprise. I wasn't surprised that they were successful. I was not a bit surprised that they were going to run their best time tonight, because I knew they had it in them. But it all goes to their hard work and dedication. It's all on the girls. I mean, they're hungry. They run angry. I mean, I couldn't be more proud of them.
And one last question for me: how did the girls' example really trickle down the program to find that next Greta Barker, to find that next Logan Chamberlain?
Well,
really set that work ethic in motion.
Yeah. If you look at the junior high meet this year, we got some girl sprinters coming that's pretty darn good. So it just keeps feeding the program. They see success. We have more and more kids come out every year. Last year, the season that we didn't get to have, when we had 60 kids out for track. I mean, Crooksville was finally going to be that school that rolled in with 2 buses. You know what I mean? That never happens. We lost a lot of those kids, obviously, so we didn't get that. But success breeds people wanting to be a part of your program, and I mean, everybody wants to be a winner. And all these kids on this track program, the kids that are even at home today, are all winners because they did what we asked, and they continually got better. And